Hello, I hope this works. So, for some reason, I got asked to talk about the Mayan apocalypse, which is really weird because I don't think it happened. Well, it might have happened, and we just have a really good internet connection in the afterlife. I don't know. I forgot what the outside world is like. I think it's cold. So, what is there to say about it? Nothing. It was dumb as shit, and I never believed it, and no one should have. Anyone with any credibility or intelligence or any other word that's big should never have believed this stuff. It was dumb. That stuff doesn't happen. The world is not full of ghost orgies and prophecies. Boring shit happens. The world's fantastic. You're just looking at the wrong stuff. World gets predicted to end all the time. End of story. But the problem is while I have been since 2007 or so when I first heard this, just ignoring it, other people made a big fucking deal about it. So this is where we're gonna segue, because we took something that was dumb, something that should have never got attention. We could have devoted our energy to like a lot more important stuff, like lobster battling or penis fencing, and we just didn't do that. We focused on fucking 2012 Mayan apocalypse. And what we do, and this is where I segue to get into the subject. Also, I'm sorry if I pause a lot. I'm sorry. Is we talk way too much about really shitty things, and we do it non-stop. And what I'm complaining about here is we take something like the Mayan apocalypse, which should have never been discussed, and we make fun of it to a point where people start believing it. When you hear people talk about it non-stop, no matter how ridiculous it is, it starts to make you wonder, what if it is true? And it got to a point where I think CNN even said like 8% of Americans believe that it was real, which is ridiculous. It is fucking retarded that anybody believed it. So this carries over to a lot of things, and I think we're all guilty of it, including myself, because I'm a terrible person. Is we talk way too much about terrible things. And here's what I'm getting at. Don't cool story bro me yet. We'll take bad things, like bad movies, bad video games, bad music, and we won't shut up about it. Like, let's take a bad band, for example. Let's take Blood on the Dance Floor. You'll hear jokes non-stop about how shitty they are. And I agree, it's shit, and I move on with my life. That's the end of it. I don't like that kind of music, because I'm not a teenager in that demographic that music is aimed for. And I move on with my life, because I don't expect to like everything. I don't understand why people, when they see something like, whether it be like Twilight, Justin Bieber, Blood on the Dance Floor, Nickelback, Nicolas Cage, whatever, why can't you just move on? Why do you care? And the reason I say this is because you're supporting that bad thing by talking about it. If you talk about fucking Asking Alexandria non-stop, no matter how many shitty things you say about them, people are going to overhear you and go, oh, that band, I've never heard of them, I'm going to look them up. So all of a sudden, you've indirectly caused someone to look up this band, and that band has made advertisement dollars off that person viewing their video or their music. Or, for all you know, your friend or your acquaintance or whoever might actually like that band and throw money at them. So indirectly, you're just supporting that shitty artist. And you know what you could be doing with your time? You could be using your same amount of energy and same amount of time that you would use to insult all this shitty stuff. You could turn around and, I don't know, talk about good stuff. Instead of talking about how Blood on the Dance Floor is for faggot emo kids, which is not true. This is a faggot emo kid myself. Don't like him. But what I'm getting at is that you have that same amount of energy and that same amount of power to talk about things like, I don't know, good bands. Because if I mention Blood on the Dance Floor, people are going to look at it and go, oh, let me go check them out, they're on my mind. Any publicity is good publicity. That's said over and over and over. The ultimate way to destroy that stuff is by ignoring it. Instead of acknowledging it, give that publicity to someone who needs it. Like, I don't know, what's a good band that no one talks about? There's a bajillion of them. Andrew Jackson Jihad. They're really good. Check them out. See, if I would have just told you, oh, here's the name of a really shitty band, the same amount of likelihood of you looking that one up is the same as you looking up Andrew Jackson Jihad. You could support either one, but I'm going to support the good one. And I wish we all did that. We have the power to help the music industry, the power to help movies, the power to help fucking everything. Even in politics, why don't you shut up about things you don't like, and I don't know, talk about things you like. It's annoying to hear people be so hateful and down and negative, because no matter how negative you are, you're not going to help your cause. You're just not. Not usually. If you want to help politically, talk about an alternative view that you feel positively about. Don't go, oh, fuck these people for not agreeing with me, because no one's gonna fucking agree with you when you do that. So, we get to a point where... Sorry, like I said, I'm kind of sick right now, so I'm making sure that... My eyes... Okay, sorry about that. We get to a point where... And my hair, and I am not good at these videos. We get to a point where we are supporting this bad stuff. And ultimately, even more importantly, it's really depressing. How do you expect to be happy if you don't shut up about Nickelback all the time? Nickelback's a shitty band, so if you know what, if you talk about them nonstop, you're gonna feel like a shitty person. You could use that same amount of energy to talk about a good band, like Work Drugs, and you'd feel happy because you're surrounded by happiness. If you're surrounded by unhappiness, you're gonna be fucking unhappy. So I don't know, I'm just saying that we have the power to change things. We have the power to talk about good stuff. And I'm sure you know bands that need more exposure, artists, and me, I need more exposure. Spam the shit out of my videos, please. And that's, I don't know, we can be happier, more positive people, and we can give publicity to what deserves it and not just some random shitty stuff. Instead of talking about Twilight for the 30th time, why don't you mention a good book? I don't know, it's just, it'd be a lot better if I heard more people say good things than bad things. Because you know what? There gets to be a point where I see so much bad that I feel bad. And I don't like that. So, to feel good, watch more of my videos, share this stuff, and tell me what you think. If you disagree to something in the comments, we can have a chat. Thank you for watching.